All right, here we are in our next game, and we have actually just a great hand. And our opponent's mulliganing. Perfect. Maybe we can finally get a win with this deck. We'll most certainly get an island with this Evolving Wilds. Oh, this game is over. Going to be able to set up shop with this Thing in the Ice before our opponent can do anything. We have a bunch of land drops. And in a lot of ways, okay, never mind. So this could be the Aetherworks Marvel deck. It could also just be the red-green energy beatdown deck. So I'm actually just not going to sideboard at all. All right, now we can see what our opponent is up against. I'm going to keep this hand, even though it only has one type of mana. Any other land, and we get to play Radiant Flames. We can cast Anticipate to hopefully find something. And we even got the Ceremonious Rejection, although I think I'm probably going to take this opportunity to get a mountain. So game trails, it looks like we're probably against red-green energy, and we are. So this could get a little dicey. Oh, that's going to be helpful. So we could fire off the Anticipate and then hope to hit a black source so that we can cast Radiant Flames on turn 3. If our opponent plays something that generates 2 energy, though, and attacks with the Long Tusk Cub, it could make the Long Tusk Cub into a 4/4. So I think I'd rather... I feel like it's pretty unlikely that my opponent actually has a removal spell. But if he does, it's obviously going to be problematic. Like, Blossoming Defense would be completely reasonable for my opponent to have here. Yeah. And I mean, honestly, that's just kind of, fine. Wow. And we will get the 2-for-1. Don't need a third color source if they're both 2/2s. So that's a pretty big deal. And Bristling Hydra is a big game. That's going to be hard to deal with. That might just kill us. We're going to have to, burn through the... burn through the stuff, basically. So we don't really have a good way to kill that thing. Opponent only has 1 card in hand. I really want to fire off this Anticipate. I could let it resolve. But if I let it resolve, I won't actually be able to harness lightning it, which is pretty annoying. I could also let it resolve, harness lightning, the Bristling Hydra for 3, force my opponent to activate it, and then hope that he doesn't have any more energy. And I can Anticipate into a black source and unlicensed Disintegration this. That'll still leave the Voltaic Brawler around. think I should just pray that I hit like a black mana soon. Just like naturally off the top, preferably. Whew. Oh, that was nice. So I'm hoping that the game goes a little longer. Like the way that I win this game is by the game going longer, but I'm not actually going to be able to survive the late game if I don't have at least a little bit of card advantage. So right now I've just played a bunch of 1-for-1s. I got a nice 2-for-1 with Radiant Flames, but okay, now this is a big problem. Oh, I have something for this. Wow, brutal. Well, that was sick. Wow, literally just the perfect card to have. Insane. And now everything is fine. We do this post-combat, obviously, so we're going to take an extra point of damage. Oh, man, and this is perfect! And now this Glimmer of Genius is like the perfect card to have as... Oh, that hurts. Our opponent's going to be able to keep that around for a little bit. So that is going to be a problem. Yeah, I'll do this. Cheap red burns bow would be great. Don't want either of those. It's not good. So, yeah. And this is really why you need to have a source of card advantage in these longer games, is because we're like dead to a Blossom defense. Because in a long game you're just going to hit pockets of lands. Actually, any spell here will do. And I think I'm actually just going to take another Glimmer of Genius rather than another removal spell. Yeah, I mean, whatever removal spell I get, I'm going to target some creature and then it's just going to get bounced anyway. So if my opponent has a way to kill this thing in the ice pre-combat, that would be pretty crazy. But it would be dead without the removal spells anyway. And our opponent does get to replay both of these and get some energy back. Gearhulk was good. And we know he has a Hellion. 1, 2. So we can play Harness Lightning and Torrential Gearhulk. So that basically covers 3 attackers, but every attacker is lethal. And I mean, I know my opponent has main deck Blossoming Defense, so I think I'm not going to attack with well, I guess actually attacking with the advantage of attacking with the Unwoken Horror here is actually put my opponent on a 1-turn clock if I flash in Unlicensed Disintegration. But if my opponent has like Hellion, Blossoming Defense in his hand, then I'm dead. So do I want to take that risk? I mean, it's nice to put him on a 2-turn clock, but that might not be entirely necessary. Like I could just flash in the Torrential Gearhulk and get a Glimmer of Genius, and then just get farther up on cards. So step 1 is going to be to kill this guy for 2. And then flash this in and get this Glimmer Void. And definitely don't need Painful Truths. Jace is fine. And now we can block both of his guys. And I'm blocking this way in case he does have a Blossoming Defense and had chosen not to cast it. Forest. And this game is basically over. I'm not going to attack with the Gearhulk because I don't want to die to another Lathan Hellion. And things were looking dire, but then we just drew like a ton of cards.